Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. We are finally getting the wheels onto step 2 of the process of getting them painted. So today I'm going to be dropping off the wheels. We're going to get the tires taken off today, and then the next step will be getting them sandblasted. I have a friend that actually reached out and said, hey, I'd love to help you sandblast your wheels. So hopefully that'll all check out. We got to get these wheels done before May 24th, 2025. That is the first show we're going to Driven this year. So hopefully we're going to have the wheels painted before then. I'll have a debut video before the actual car show itself. We got Evie. Say hi. Very nice. So as I was saying there before I got interrupted, we're taking the car to Driven on May 24th, 2025. We're hoping to have the wheels done by then so we can get them sandblasted. We're gonna have to get them painted and clear coated before the show. So hopefully we can get this crunch time. Today is actually the 7th of May, so we're running out of time to get this done. So we're gonna drop off the tires today. Hopefully I can get them done over the weekend, and then we'll pick back up on Monday when we can get some of that stuff done. So come with me today. We're gonna get that stuff done, and we'll go from there. All right, so first things first, we have to go unload the car. I'm not really looking forward to that. I got quite a bit of stuff in the trunk right now, but while I'm out there, I'll kind of show you what detailing stuff I'm gonna have for this summer for car shows and things like that. It's really good to have like towels, sprays, all that sort of stuff, just so you always have a clean car. Super, super important. So let's go outside. I'm gonna empty out the car and we'll hold the wheels in. Hopefully they all fit. It is a little wet outside, but we're gonna try to make this work. Look at that. Super dirty car. Yeah, this is the stuff I got in here. So we got the detail bag. I got all of my cloths and rags here. A couple of dirty cloths there. In the back I have my torque wrench set and a piece of wood in case I need to jack up the car at any point. So let's get this out. All right, first things first. Watch out for the garbage can. I'm going to move the seat forward. Not easy to do with one hand. Okay. Take this out. I'm gonna put the rear bench down as well. One wheel just like this, you can see how big it is compared to the actual size of the trunk of this car. So we're gonna try to get all 4 in here if we can. All right, that was quite the work, but we got 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the very back. There's just not enough room to have one here. Now if it was just tires, I'm sure it would have fit, but man, as close as it is, I could probably fit another one up in the passenger seat if I really needed to, but got them all crammed behind the seat there. So finish our coffee and then we'll get going. All right, so other than the wheels, my other plan today is to film some more content. I'm planning on starting a series called Under the Hood, courtesy of my girlfriend for naming that. What it is essentially is I want you guys to send in pictures and a build list of your car. I review the mods that you've done, and I'm gonna give my honest opinion on it and any suggestions I have. So I think it'd be a cool interactive series for you guys. So I want to make like long form version of that as well as like short form ones for like YouTube Shorts or TikTok, because I think they would do really well on both those platforms as well. So not only will we have the long form version here, we'd have the short form video as well on TikTok and here as well. So hopefully we can film some of that today. It'd be pretty cool. The cats are pretty eager to get in on that, so I got a couple already, so we'll get into that. We got these guys. They love the coffee too. All right, so we just finished up the coffee. We're gonna head over to my work now, get the tires taken off the wheels. I'll take you guys along for the ride just so you can kind of see where I'm dropping it off. So what do you have to say? She doesn't have anything to say. That's all right. All right, let's go. All right, so it's pretty cramped in here. My seat is like very hunched forward. It's not super comfortable, but at least we're not going super far. So hopefully this will work well. We got a little phone mount up here. I'm gonna try that for like a driving video. I don't know. We'll see if that works. If you see it in this video, then it worked. If you don't see it, don't worry about it. This might work. I don't know. I feel really claustrophobic right now. This kind of sucks. Quite an adventure, just to say. Noted that seat was not all the way forward. I wonder if anyone's judging the fact that I look like one of those people that have to sit really close to the steering wheel. Shift as well, which kind of sucks. I think it needs to be a little bit louder though. I'm thinking headers, but that might be too loud. I don't know. You know, the cat back in the front pipe. I think that might be kind of all we can really do without making it super loud, obnoxious. I don't know. Only one way to find out. If you're in Halifax and you've ever taken this left turn onto Kempt Road from where the McDonald's is, it could be kind of challenging because it's a very busy spot, especially first thing in the morning when everyone's getting their coffee. All right, we just dropped off the wheels at work. He's gonna take care of it over the weekend for me. I owe him a favor, so we'll hopefully repay that shortly. Shout out Regan if you're watching this, you're a good guy. So we'll hope to get the the tires off the wheels this Saturday, and then get the wheels sandblasted over the next week or so, and then get them painted before the week of the 24th. So it's kind of a rush to get this all done, but I have confidence that we'll get it done. It's a team effort, so thank you to everyone involved. We'll get this done because it'll look amazing. So we already got the color picked out. I'm gonna have some paint picked up for me in a little bit here, so hopefully we can get that all done. All right, we put you on the mount there because I don't feel comfortable holding my phone, but at least I can still talk to you this way. One of the things I like about working at a car dealership is you do have access to stuff like that. Though when you're in sales, it's a very time-consuming job. It takes a lot of your time and effort. I do love the job. It's just sometimes I wish I had better hours. Like I have Wednesdays off, which is really inconvenient. But if I need to do anything at like the bank or something, it makes it super simple. But yeah, it's a super good industry to get into. It's just sometimes you might not have good hours. That's why I wanted to start making YouTube videos, so at least in my free time I could do something I love, and it motivates me to want to do more, I guess, for car related stuff. So we'll see how far this takes us. I mean, obviously I don't plan on making like a career out of this unless by some miracle it happens. But thank you to everyone who has supported me this far. I'm gonna be consistent every Friday. I'm gonna have a video for you guys of some sort. And I just love to keep just making content for you guys, because I find it really fun to just walk around and talk to phone. I record on my phone. I don't have a professional camera yet, but if I can save up, I do have one picked out. might make things a little bit nicer, but I'm not going to invest in that unless I know it'll pay off, like pay for itself. So I'm just going to keep making content in the meantime. Like no gas, and I don't feel like getting gas today. So we're going to go back home. We're going to film some content. We're going to start that Under the Hood series like I mentioned. I won't get too in depth, but I do have one car picked out already for the first one. Spoiler alert, it is a BRZ. There seems to be a lot of, when you have a certain type of car, like a BRZ for instance, you attract a lot of other BRZ owners, and I find that's the case specifically with Subarus. I don't know if that's the case with other brands. I'm sure it is. Like if you own a G80 M3 or whatever, you know, to attract other BMW owners. I'm just assuming that's how that works, but it's seems to be the way. Like a lot of people that watch my content either have a BRZ or they're interested in BRZs, that sort of thing. So hopefully this reaches the right audience again. So if you own a BRZ, let me know in the comments below. We just lost a little bit of control on that corner. I love having the stock wheels on this car because it just slides around so easy. I mean, the traction control kind of kicked in a little bit there and stopped it, but oh man, this car is so much fun. I have a lot of people asking why I don't have like a four-door car. Sure, it might be a little more practical. I was considering getting a WRX when I first bought my 2020 BRZ, but what ended up happening, I walked into the dealership. They had it was in 2021, I walked in the dealership, they had a BRZ manual base model. They didn't have any WRXs for me to test drive, so I drove the BRZ. I kind of knew that's what I wanted going into this. So I drove the BRZ. I took like an hour on my test drive, believe it or not. I hate when people do that to me, but I understand why you do it. You really want to get a feel for the car. So I test drove for about an hour with my girlfriend, and we walked back into the dealership, and I said, you know what, this is the car for me. I don't care how impractical it is, and it doesn't hold. It holds four wheels, so that's practical enough for me. But yeah, it kind of just happened the next week. I think it was like a Monday or something. I went back, picked up the car. It worked out super well for me. I leased my first one, so I had to trade that one back in. I leased this one as well. Don't tell Subaru. If you're leasing a car, one pro tip, if you want to modify it, make sure it's removable and you remove it before you trade it back in. I don't plan on bringing this car back. However, I do plan on buying it out. So for the purpose of warranty, I don't want to do anything too crazy because I don't really have money to fix this car. But that's also kind of why I chose to buy a Subaru working at Subaru. So let's go back inside. All right, we're back at the apartment. We had the wheels dropped off. I chatted quite a bit in the car. One last thing I want to go over in this video, vlog style, with my cat present. I want to go over what the best setup is for detailing your car at car shows. So I'm going to go over everything that I have currently in my car that I bring with me to car shows. And it's not only just like cleaning stuff, but I do have some tools as well that I bring with me just to make my car show experience easier, because I live in Nova Scotia. A lot of car shows are in like PEI, New Brunswick, and sometimes further than that. So when you go to car shows, it's good to have some certain things. So I'm gonna go over everything that I have just in case you guys don't have it. You can add it to your trunk setup. All right, so behind me here, I have my 2025 detailing setup for car shows. This is not a recommendation for if you're gonna be a mobile detailer, if you're doing actual serious work. This is just strictly for what I think works best for car shows. So let's take a look and see what I got. So to start, we have this Subaru. It is an OEM part. This is a cargo organizer. I'll put the part number in the description if you do want to check this out. It was pretty expensive. So what it's got here is you have a pocket on one side, a pocket in the middle, and a pocket on this side. Combined with the two spaces, they have a hard plastic liner in the bottom, so it makes it super easy to take in and out of your car or collapse it if you're not using it. Over here, so what we're first going to talk about is your microfiber setup. I have a lot of microfibers jammed into here. So I have a drying towel, a bunch of exterior cloths, and a bunch of interior cloths. Now, why that's important to separate the two is so you don't cross-contaminate. So exterior particles could hurt the interior of the car, especially if it is a dirty towel. Don't use dirty towels. I also have a glass cleaning cloth here that has an extension. I'll show you what that is in there. This is super easy to get all the hard to reach places inside your car. Moving on over to this setup here, I'm gonna go through the tools and then the products. So in the side here, what I keep is my glass cleaning tool. So you have a attachment on this that when you put it all together gives it quite a bit of reach. And it has some flexibility to it as well, so you can get in the corners of your windshield or rear window. It's super easy to use. I picked this up at like Walmart or Canadian Tire. Up next, probably one of the more important things I have in my setup is this here. So I have this garden sprayer that I picked up from Walmart for a couple of dollars. I always just fill this up with warm water and no chemicals in it. This is good for rinsing off mud. This is good for rinsing off your tires, all that sort of stuff. So if you need water, you have it in a pump sprayer here. Up next, I always keep clay bar with me as well, just in case I need to do a detail on the spot. Super handy, which is why I also keep my polisher. So I always polish after a clay bar like this. I should probably invest in a clay mitt, but I don't have that right now. I need to refill some of this anyway. Up next, this is a window squeegee. It did have a towel attachment to it, but I didn't really use it. So you can clean the exterior for windows super easy, and it leaves it streak free. This is an awesome thing to pick up. I got this at my local Canadian Tire. So that's all the tools on this side. In the middle here, this is what I keep. I got a bag here in case I need to take home some merch. This is actually an RWB bag that I got from Driven last year, so I keep that in there. I keep a couple of different screwdrivers. We got some air fresheners, always have some of these on hand. I have a 10 mil wrench, a ratcheting wrench, just sitting in here in case I need that. I do have a tool set with more extensions in it in my trunk. I got my spanner wrenches for my coilovers. You never know when you need to adjust these when you're on the road, because like this is something that's super easy to just throw in your trunk and kind of forget about it. So when you got your spanner wrenches handy, it's always nice. Up next, we got a touch-up paint pen from Subaru. This is the Crystal White Pearl. This is the paint code for my car, so I picked up one of these as well. When you're going to a car show, it's super common, especially if you drive your car like I do. I don't trailer it to any shows. You might get some rock chips that you need to fill in, so this is super handy to have. I've only used it once on my new car, so hopefully I don't have to use it again, but that works awesome. Up next, I keep a pair of pliers just in case something goes wrong. Had a friend once break down with a hose clamp that fell off, so this is super easy to just clamp your hose clamp, put it back on, and it fixes it. Thank you for your input, Evie. Yes, very thoughtful. One last thing that I keep in here is actually a premium auto styling squeegee. I should probably throw this out, but I keep it just in case. When you go to car shows and stuff, they do have decals and stuff, so if you're putting one on your car, I will always have this on me. I try to keep it as clean as possible, just kind of sits in here, so hopefully it doesn't scratch up vinyl too much. I wouldn't use this on like any actual vinyl because this has been used before, but stickers, you wouldn't really notice any kind of swirl marks, so it's super fun to have this. On to this side, I don't think I have anything in this pouch on the side. I haven't really used it because it's got holes. I'm always afraid something's gonna fall out. So we're gonna go through some of the products that I have. These need to be refilled so badly, but I just haven't gotten around to doing that. So I'm gonna shout out the one product that I use a lot is Jack's Wax Wine Shine. This thing has lasted me quite a while, and it is not faring so well after the winter. So I'm gonna be throwing this out and picking up some more, but go to jackswax.com, or if you're in Canada, go to the .ca website, because this is an American and Canadian company. So go to jackswax.ca. This is not sponsored, but I love their product. If you live in the Maritimes, this is probably good for you. I have Bug Zapper. This is so annoying when you're driving long distance. Like if you're driving through New Brunswick, PEI, Nova Scotia. If you're going out in the countryside, you're gonna get bugs. So this Jax Wax Bug Zapper quite literally melts the bugs off your car. I have just a little bit left in here. This also needs to be replaced. Like I said, a lot of this needs to be replaced, unfortunately, but a little bit left in there. Hopefully this would work somewhat. So that is the next most important thing that I have in there. Next, I have this interior cleaner by Jax Wax as well. This has a nice smell to it. It's super easy to use. Again, I'm almost out of all of my products, so I'm gonna be hitting up Jax Wax soon and getting some product. But this stuff smells really good and it cleans the interior well as well. So if you're thinking about what interior cleaner you want, this one's really good. I recommend trying that. This is kind of a weird product that I kind of picked up on from the internet. I think it was a YouTube video, but this is Stoner Car Care Trim Shine. I use this as a tire shine. This doesn't leave a super glossy finish. It almost leaves the tires looking like matte, like they're new, which is super important to me. I hate the glossy finish. A really cool product that I have are these interior wipes by Meguiar's. These are super easy to use, especially if you don't want to use a rag and some spray. This is kind of like a last resort kind of thing. It's really good for getting dust off of the dashboard, I find. One of the nice things that I like to have in my detailing setup for car shows is an empty squirt bottle. I always keep this topped up with the Jax Wax car wash soap. It smells like grape. It's actually a really nice scent. I use this just like an all-purpose cleaner for the outside, so if my wheels are dirty and I don't want to go through a whole wheel wash, like they're pretty clean but just dusty from the drive, I'll use this to quickly wipe down the wheels and then maybe a detail spray, just so you have that cleaning ability plus a little bit of shine afterwards if you want. So super easy to use, and I recommend having something like this, if not this, in your detail setup. For some reason, I keep this Adams Polishes graphene ceramic spray coating in my detail setup in here. I just gotta have it just in case someone wants a, I don't usually use this on cars. I haven't really done it since my old VRZ, but I don't use this at shows for anything. So I have this just in case I need to use it, but that is in my setup. I've had that for a little bit. But to pair along nicely with all of this stuff is a good glass cleaner. So I have that glass attachment with the rag, which works really well. So this glass cleaner is super awesome to use with it. It's a streak-free glass cleaner. It works really well, and it leaves the windows looking amazing. I do keep a couple of compounds and polishes in my detailing setup. I think these might be old or expired. I haven't really checked, but these could be out of date. But I keep these in there just in case something needs a quick buff up, so good to have. If you're on the road a lot, I find having a good iron and fallout remover is super handy. This Sonax one works really well. I do have a wheel cleaner from Jax Wax that has an iron removing product in it. Let me grab that, I'll show you. So up in my home base here, I have a couple of big products here, so some other window cleaners that I've gotten over the years, but I have this big thing of Jax Wax soap, as well as a wheel cleaner in there. So this will actually turn your brake particles purple when it's sprayed on. I have it in a spray bottle here, but I don't keep this in my setup because it kind of smells bad. So I only bring this with me when I know I'm not gonna have it in my car very long because it does stink. All right, so that's pretty much everything that I have in my detailing setup when I go to car shows. I'm not trying to make this a sponsored video. It's not. Jax Wax is just probably my favorite product to use. They're super easy. They're off the shelf at their own locations and they ship internationally. So if you are looking for something awesome to use, I highly recommend Jax Wax. If you live in Ontario, I would definitely recommend checking out their actual in-store. They have a location in Bradford. I would go check it out. The people there are super nice. I've worked with them before when I used to live in Ontario, and they are super kind. They love working with people. They love meeting new people. So go check them out and tell them I sent you. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. I am working on another video. It will come out probably Saturday, Sunday. This video is gonna drop on Friday. Stay committed to what you guys love. I hope that I can stay committed to this whole YouTube thing. Having 2 videos this week is gonna really keep me on track. But I'm really enjoying making this content for you. So, all right, so drop a comment down below if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, and if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see. I would like to make more actual content about my car, which is coming very soon. An actual install will be coming up, which I might not get out till probably next Friday when my next video drops. So every Friday, look out for my video first thing in the morning. I've been enjoying doing this with you guys, so let's keep it going. Stay committed to what you love. Peace.